Good morning. Today is January 30, 2026, Friday. The first reading was taken from 2 Samuel chapter 11, verses 1 to 4, 5 to 10, 13 to 17. It happened that in the spring of the year, the time when kings go out to battle, David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel. And they ravaged the Ammonites and besieged Rabbah, but David remained at Jerusalem. It happened late one afternoon when David arose from his couch and was walking on the roof of the king's house, that he saw from the roof a woman bathing, and the woman was very beautiful. And David sent and inquired about the woman. And one said, "Is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah, the Hittite?" So David sent messengers to took her, and she came to him, and he lay with her. And the woman conceived, and she sent and told David, "I am pregnant." So David sent word to Joab, "Send me Uriah the Hittite." And Joab sent Uriah to David. When Uriah came to him, David asked how Joab was doing, and how the people were doing, and how the war was going. Then David said to Uriah, "Go down to your house and wash your feet." And Uriah went out to the king's house, and there followed him a present from the king. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord, and did not go down to his house. When they told David Uriah did not go down to his house, David invited him, and he ate in his presence and drank, so that he made him drunk. And in the evening he went out to lie on his couch with the servants of his lord, but he did not go down to his house. In the morning David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah. In the letter he wrote, "Set Uriah in the forefront of the hardest fighting, and then draw back from him, that he may be struck down and die." And as Joab was besieging the city, he assigned Uriah to the place where he knew there were valiant men. And the men of the city came out and fought with Joab, and some of the servants of David among the people fell. Uriah had the Hittite also died. Psalm 51. Have mercy, O Lord, for we have sinned. Have mercy on me, O God, according to your mercy, merciful love, according to your great compassion. Blot out my transgressions. Wash me completely from my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. Have mercy, O Lord, for we have sinned. My transgressions, truly I know them. My sin is always before me. Against you, you alone have I sinned. What is evil in your sight, I have done. Have mercy, O Lord, for we have sinned. So you are just in your sentence, without reproach in your judgment. O see, in guilt I was born, a sinner when my mother conceived me. Have mercy, O Lord, for we have sinned. Let me hear rejoicing and gladness, that the bones you have crushed may exult. Turn away your face for my sins, and blot out all my guilt. Have mercy, O Lord, for we have sinned. Alleluia, Alleluia. Blessed are you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that you have revealed to the little children the mysteries of the kingdom. Alleluia. Gospel was taken from Mark chapter 4, verses 26 to 34. At that time, Jesus said to the crowds, "The kingdom of God is as if a man should scatter seed on the ground. He sleeps and rises night and day, and the seed sprouts and grows. He knows not how. The earth produces by itself, first the blade, then the full grain in the ear. But when the grain is ripe, at once he puts it in the sickle, because the harvest has come. And he said, with what can we compare the kingdom of God, or what parable shall we use for it? It is like a grain of mustard seed, which, when sown on the ground, is the smallest of all the seeds on earth. Yet when it is sown in, it grows up and becomes larger than all the other garden plants, and puts out large branches, so that the birds of the air can make nests in its shade. With many such parables he spoke the word to them. As they were able to hear it, he did not speak to them without a parable, but privately to his own disciples he explained everything. The word of the Lord. The parables of the grain and the mustard seeds remind us that the seeds we sow have the power to produce an abundant harvest or become a refuge for others. However, as a king, David's story warns us, even a tiny seed of sin can grow into a destructive force. Jesus teaches us that our words and actions flow from the fullness of our hearts. Take a moment to reflect on the seeds you are sowing. Look inward, not outward. Nurture the unseen growth of your heart, and the visible fruits of your life will follow. Good morning and have a blessed day.